Hey guys, thanks for joining me here again today. My name is Kaley, and this is my lovely assistant, Millie. We have a few people joining us today, just gonna hang out in the barn. I'm gonna show you guys how to groom, at least my horses, how they prefer to be groomed. And each one of our horses will have their very own grooming bucket. This is to keep all of their brushes for each horse, so that we don't worry about passing any weird skin funguses between the horses. So as you can see, this is Miss Millie's very own grooming bucket. And we're gonna just go ahead and get started here. So the very first brush that we're gonna start with is a curry comb. As you can see, this is a metal curry comb. So I always advise to use this with very low pressure. We do not wanna push very hard on her body at all. So I always like to approach my horse from their shoulder so they can see where I'm coming. With this brush, you just do light little circles. And the point of this is to get the big dirt off of the horse ahead of time before we use the rest of our brushes. And the main thing to remember with this one is we don't want to push too hard. We don't work up on any bony parts of their back, and we don't use it on any lower part of their legs. This can hurt very bad. So we'll start off with that. We'll start getting the dirt off. Then our second brush is going to be our stiff body brush. As you can see, there's not a lot of give. It's another one that's just going to get all of the dirt off of the horse's skin. Again, approach the horse from the side so she can see us. We always like to brush with the direction of the horse's hair. This prevents any movement in the brush that could cause static, could ruffle up their hair and cause any injury or discomfort. You just do nice smooth motion all the way down. You can use this brush anywhere on the horse that you need to. Then we're going to continue on to our next body brush. This is the soft body brush. This one is nice, soft, flexible. This one's made out of like goat hair, I think. I don't know. It's really soft. It's nice. Hi, Phoenix. Again, we're just going to approach her from the shoulder. This one is going to smooth out the hair, get all of the rest of the dust and dirt particles that the first two brushes lifted off this horse's skin. Again, go with the same motion of her hair. You can use this body brush just about anywhere on the horse. You can go all the way down their legs. Again, when we're brushing our horse's legs, we always stay on our feet, giving us the reaction time that we need to get up and move out of our horse's way in case they get startled. The last one that I like to use, this is a face brush. This one, the bristles are even shorter, still extremely soft, very gentle. I use this on their face. For Miss Millie here, she likes to sniff everything before I go on her face, so I'm going to let her sniff the brush. And then, same sort of motion, just kind of brush very gently, all the way down. And then while we're working on her face, I like to go ahead and use a wet towel. This is a very soft, micro plush sort of towel. Nothing gets in her eyes and on her nose. So I'm going to go ahead and again let her sniff it, get the smell of what I'm doing. This is damp. And then I'm just going to very gently come in around her eye and just kind of massage to get that crud off of her eyes. Maybe go around, make sure that there's nothing that the flies can irritate her with. You can also very gently do their nostrils or their nose if needed. And then the next thing that I'm going to show you is a hoof pick. This hoof pick is special. It's got a hoof pick out this side and then it's got a hoof brush on this side. 2 utensils in one. It's great. So when I approach my horse to do their feet, again, I walk up to their shoulder, let her know what I'm going to do. I keep my feet pointed behind her and always away from her feet. I run my hand gently down her leg and I just give her a little pressure down here. Ask her to lift up her foot. And then if you want to follow me around, we use the metal part of the hoof pick just to kind of clean out their feet, just like that. Make sure that there's nothing going on. You can use the brush end, brush away any debris. And then when I set her hoof down, I make sure I move my feet to keep both of us safe in the whole process. And last but not least, I want to go ahead and show you real quick, if you're brushing their mane, which is this part of the horse's body, this hair feels a little different, looks a little different, grows a little different than the rest of their hair. we use what we call a mane or tail brush. The bristles are shorter, the handle is nice and sturdy so that you're not pulling against her hair. This is pretty common. Just kind of brush down. You can hold the top of the mane, give it a nice motion all the way down. Just work your way down the mane as if you're brushing your own hair. If the mane is tangled, you can also use something called a detangler spray. I'm not going to use that for Millie here. She's very afraid of anything that is aerosol based. So this is just an option if you guys ever need it. And so Millie's a wonderful assistant here. And I'm going to just show you real quick if we needed to pull her mane, what that would look like. She does not need her mane pulled. It is not something that we do here at our barn, but I just want to give you a quick idea of what that would look like. So you're going to just go ahead and use your brush or your comb, section off a nice little section here, just like that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to back comb all the way up until you just have a few pieces. Her mane is white, so I know it's kind of hard for you to see, but there's just going to be a few pieces here. What you would do is you would wrap it around this brush, and then you would just give a quick yank, and then you would pull out, and it would be on your brush. And you would just slowly work your way down her mane until you've thinned it out to the exact texture that you're looking for. Most people do this if they're in the horse show world and are using the horse competitively. So the only other options that I like to offer people is we found these awesome called grooming gloves. These are really great. You just slip them on like a regular glove. They've got a couple little nubs on the palm of your hand, and it's really great for like little kids or different people that have maybe different options for brushing horses. Same sort of motion, just kind of go with the same flow of the horse's hair. If your horse is all right with it, Millie's not as sensitive as some of my other horses, you can do gentle circles. This again kind of exfoliates the body and gets some of that dirt off. But that's just kind of a quick overview for you guys today on how to groom your horse. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. You guys have a great day.